All right, welcome into day 12. Welcome to day 12 of 31 Days to New Beginning. I hope you guys are really enjoying the course work. I hope that up until now, we're a little less than halfway through. If you guys could go over and give us some really good comments in terms of how you're enjoying the course. If you have any questions or anything like that, please reach out and let us know. We'll be glad to discuss what we can. All right, so today we're talking about eating habits, mindful eatings. Remember, this is 31 Days to New Beginning, and part of that is a new philosophy on your physical health. And I heard it said that 95%, and I do believe this, 95% of what ails us comes to us through this portal, your mouth. So we've got to be conscious of what we're eating. So today we're going to discuss the art of mindful eating. This practice is going to help you cultivate a much healthier relationship with food, improve your overall well being, and of course, elevate your physical performance. We do have a worksheet like we do with all of our coursework. Each day, you're going to be led through this new commitment. We're going to discuss how to develop a positive meal diet plan. We're going to discuss the benefits of a good diet, for you, the high performer, and a checklist to make sure that we're maintaining our dietary commitment. So, first of all, is a commitment. My commitment. Today, I commit to the following. And again, you want to say this to yourself. This is mindful eating. You want to commit to one, slow down during your meals. You want to slow down during your meals. So many times we just eat on the go. We just go, 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 go. We're just grabbing and going, grabbing and going. But we're going to practice slowing down during our meals, savoring each bite, eliminating distractions, and setting a beautiful table. It's been practiced in my home for years, when I was a boy, and now as an adult, we all sit down at least 5 days out of the week and we eat together at the table. That has always been a staple in my family. And I find that it helps you to connect on a different level with your family members. And it sets a new tone, within your family. So there's that as well. Let's talk about how do we develop a plan? Let's make positive changes in our diet. So I'm going to plan to, number one, start by replacing X food with a healthier alternative this week. Stated before in our last podcast that I'm a plant-based person. So I went plant-based, was it been 7 years ago, 7, 8 years ago? I do not eat red meat. I do not eat pork. I do not eat anything that hasn't come out of the ground, with one exception. I made an agreement with my wife a couple of years ago when we were on vacation, because one of the things we bonded over when we were dating was, of course, food. And we were in the Bay, and my wife was enjoying some great seafood. She said, I just wish, at least when we're on vacation, if we could kind of enjoy some of the same meals. So what I did, I agreed to being a pescatarian on holiday. But any other time, if it didn't come out of the ground, I don't eat it. And it's for a particular reason. Number one, I believe that the food that the earth gives us is the healthiest food. And I believe there's medicine in your food. Just like Bob Marley said, my food is my medicine. And if you're eating, what the Creator intended for us to eat, we can avoid a lot of discomfort in our older ages. We can avoid a lot of discomfort now in ailments that we were seeing. I'm not going to get all deep into it, but we are talking about being mindful about what we eat. So it's up to you to really take caution, really take the right precautions, and be prepared to read and understand what you're putting in your body. This has affected the way you feel and also the way that you think. Okay, feed your body healthy things. So number one, what are you going to replace a non-healthy choice with this week? It's up to you. If you're eating pork chops and bacon and things like that, I don't think it's rocket science at this point that pork is not a good thing for you to put into your body. So let's say you're eating pork. Let's say you decide I'm not going to eat pork anymore. I'm going to substitute it with, I don't know, mangoes, or maybe even if you substitute pork with fish, that's even a better choice. But whatever you decide, write it down into your journal. Two, incorporate more Fruits, vegetables, proteins, whole grains. This is your choice. I'm going to incorporate more of these into my diet. The third thing is use smaller plates. There's something called portion control that we don't really get in the West. United States is eat till you drop. It's buffets. It's all you can eat. And boy, do people really take that on? I've gone from an all you can eat sort of mentality in my earlier life. Although fortunately for me, I've never had any health challenges. I've never had any diseases caused by poor diet. And I think it's just good fortune. By the time I really came into a level of consciousness to understand what I was doing to myself, I didn't have any health issues. So I switched into a more healthier diet just because I wanted to feel better. I wanted to look better. I wanted to optimize my life experience and my longevity. Those are the reasons why I switched over. I did a lot of research. I experienced living as a vegan for at least a year. As a vegetarian I've probably been on and off vegan vegetarian for the last 7 or 8 years. It just depends on how I feel as it relates to dairy. I have this fascination with cheese and pizza, but other than that, I eat pretty cleanly. And so I just feel better within my vessel. I've got more energy. I work out twice a day, all those good things. And you have to make that decision too as it relates to portion control. So when I first started, I was eating 3 meals a day. And I felt like I really need to eat 3 meals a day. I felt hungry in the morning, hungry in the afternoon, hungry at night, and there was snacking in between. Let's be honest. Once you change your level of consciousness around what you eat, you'll realize you don't really need as much food as you think you do. This is all pre-programming. It's programmed by big industry. You gotta eat lean meats, and you gotta have a certain number of glasses of milk, and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. None of that is true. None of it is true. Your body is a very intelligent vehicle. Right now, today, I've gone from eating 3 meals a day to the most of the time I only eat once. I only eat once a day. And I only eat fruits and vegetables for the most part. One meal a day. Every now and then I have 1.5 meals. I can't even eat that much. All you can eat is wasted on me. We go to all you eat restaurant, it's completely wasted on me. It's a waste of money because I can't eat all I can eat. All I can eat is maybe one sitting. So anyway, it's up to you, but practice portion control. I'm going to challenge you to document your journey in 31 days, 60 days, 90 days. If you decide to switch your diet into more healthier venues, more healthy options, see if your energy level doesn't go down, but it goes up. See if you don't feel better. People have this tendency to think that people who are vegan and vegetarian are lacking energy. That is absolutely not true. It is absolutely not true. What is true, though, is that you don't have any issue with elimination. You don't have any dead carcasses sitting around in your intestines for weeks at a time causing disease, which does drain your energy and make you feel bad. It's the opposite. So be very careful about advertising and things like that. Do your due diligence, study, show yourself approved. Let's go to the next thing. Plan your meals in advance. Get healthier snacks. I know for me, I love potato chips. Be aware of your weaknesses. If you know you like potato chips like I do, or if you like getting French fries, find a healthier substitute. You know what I also love? I also love nuts. I love cashews. I love, walnuts and things like that. So when I can, I would rather have peanuts and things that I know are going to bring me protein and not bring me so many calories, as opposed to, something that has, saturated fats like the potato chips. Okay, if I'm going to sit and watch a game, I don't eat wings. I haven't had wings in years, but I can have cauliflower wings. I can dip those just as easily. Healthier alternative. How many number of glasses of water do you drink every day? You'd be surprised at the number of adult people who don't drink water. It's bananas. Your body is 75 to 90% water, depending on who you believe. But either way, that's a large percentage. You need to be hydrated. Water is a very important component of keeping your body healthy. And if you have soda, which has so many bad things in it for your body, if you're drinking juices, which is just sugar water, guys, if you took the time to buy this course, I'd be doing you a disservice. by not saying this to you. I know you love it. It tastes great. Yeah, you hooked on your soda, but that's the problem. You're hooked on your soda. Your body's gotten so used to that caffeine. If you don't have it, you have a negative reaction. I used to work with a lady years and years ago. Every day at 9 a.m., she had to have a Pepsi. And if she didn't, she wasn't fun to be around. It's caffeine, no different than if you were smoking cigarettes. Again, the whole reason you got this course is because you have an intention. You have goals set forth for yourself. You want to be transformed in 30, 31 days. You want to be a new version of yourself. Make healthy choices as it relates to your eating. Please, I abhor you. Please make healthy choices as it relates to your eating. All right, lastly, practice mindful eating every day, every meal. We talked about sitting down and calming down and, savoring the meal. And then limit processed foods, choose whole natural options. I've already talked about that. I'm not going to go back into that. What are some of the benefits of healthier options? Well, number one, I've already said, increased energy. People will say, hey, this guy's not eating any meat. Where are you getting your protein from? It is the one question I used to always get. And to this point, it's so irritating that I say this as a response. If you can tell me what protein is, I'll tell you where I get my protein. 10 out of 10 people don't even know what protein is. They don't even know what it is. So when you describe the fact that the largest animals on this earth are herbivores, the strongest animals on this earth are herbivores, mammals, not, whales and things in the sea. Elephants and gorillas and giraffes and rhinos, and they're eating grass. They're eating vegetation. Cows don't eat other cows. So if you think by eating a steak you're getting protein, well, where did the cow get it from? Go straight to the source is my point. Educate yourself and make better decisions. As a result, you can have better cognitive function as well. Certain foods boost your brain, health, memory, cognitive function. I'm telling you, I'm a witness. You feel better in your body. You don't have this brain fog. You don't have so much, just here's what used to happen when I would eat lunch. When I worked in the corporate office, we would go out for these fancy lunches sometimes. And man, when I got back to the office, the next hour was so painful because my body's trying to process all of that heavy food that I put into it. And so for the next hour, I wasn't really good at my job because all of my blood was rushing to my stomach to try and just navigate and just deal with all this damage that I just created. And so I've been to conferences and different meetings where after lunch, people just zone out because they put so much food in their body, number one, and they put some of the worst food in their body. And your body pretty much has to shut down working in other areas to focus now on digesting all of this calamity that you just put inside of it. So become better in terms of cognitive function. Enhance mood. Again, you just feel better. You have a diet that supports better mental health. It reduces mood swings. What about physical health? Of course, it's going to improve your physical health. I lost like 25 pounds just by not going on a diet. I had a lifestyle change. Very different. I wasn't on a diet. I had a lifestyle change. And that's the reason I've maintained it. It is currently how I eat and what I eat. Optimal performance. So a good diet supports physical and mental performance. It helps you to excel in all of your endeavors. So as a checklist today, we're going to eat mindfully. We're going to savor our bites. We're going to eliminate distractions while we eat. And we're going to set a beautiful table for one meal with those people who we love. This has been day 12. This has been mindful eating. And I really think you guys maybe go over this again and let's make better decisions. Let's be determined to really take advantage of a longevity, of a long life. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.